Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi guys, what's going on? Hello guys, and welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today's video is going to be such an important video. I'm so excited to talk about the intuition and how you can enhance your intuition. This is so important when it comes to living throughout life. Being able to tap into an inner sense of knowing, being able to know that everything is working out the way it should be, whether it's good or bad, it just brings so much more ease and so much more comfort when it comes to the obstacles that we experience inside of life. So let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and see what we can learn about the intuition and how to enhance it. So let's start off with understanding your intuition. What is the intuition, okay? Intuition, aka the sixth sense. So this is known as the sixth sense. Why is this? It's known as the sixth sense because it's similar to the other five senses. You have your sense of sight, your sense of smell, your sense of taste, your sense of touch, and you also have your sense of hearing. Now, these things are important because basically what your sixth sense is something that is basically attached to source energy. When I say source energy, I'm basically talking about the divine energy, which is going to have to deal with the divine energy of consciousness, okay? The existence of consciousness awareness, okay? The starting point, the source, the plug, the outlet, all of it together, in and out, right? Birth and death all starts at the source. So your sixth sense is really going to be the source. That is the source of all your other senses. Now, this is why you can see that other animals inside of nature have these specific senses that are heightened. So they may have a sense of smell, but their sense of smell is very intuitive because it is their intuition. It's tapped close into their intuition, to their source, and it becomes an instinct. So some birds know what trees to go to. Some birds know what trees to avoid because the berries in that tree is not good for its health or is very poisonous for it. These birds know these things intuitively, like the way the weather feels on their feathers, and knowing that it's time to fly away and basically migrate to a place that is more fitting for them, into an environment that is more healthy for them. So your sixth sense is very important because it is the starting point of all different senses. Here's another example. If I were to smell something, I might just be tapping into the surface level of the smell, the surface level of receiving the energy from what it is that I'm connecting with, okay? So as human beings, we usually just go for the obvious. So we're just going to taste the food. Meanwhile, if we were to enhance our intuition and enhance our ability to get in tune with our intuition, we would be able to enhance our other senses. We would be able to not only sense when somebody's in a room, but sense how their energy feels, sense how their day went, sense how they may impact us and whether they're a threat to us or whether they are something that is going to be more loving for us and more nutritionist for us, right? More healthy for us. We know this because we have high vibrational frequency and we have low vibrational frequency. And when it comes to your intuition, it being this attached with your pineal gland, right, your third eye, it is important to understand that your intuition is something that is of very high frequency. It's very lightweight, and in order to tap into it, it's going to take a lot more than just something very simple to just knock it out. Sometimes it takes a whole perspective change, a whole lifestyle changes in order for you to be able to tap into your intuition. Now, it's important to also note that as human beings, we are humans and we may operate different from other animals. but we definitely are still an extension of nature. So it's important to understand that we have the capability of heightening our senses. This is why you have psychics that have auditory psychics, where they are psychics and they intuitively know things based off of what they hear, and others who actually are sensing with their nose and they can intuitively know things based off of their smell or their touch. Some people need to feel, right? There's all of these different types of instincts that are highly heightened because all these five senses are plugged into your sixth sense. And this is why this is very important. Now, us being an extension of nature is important because you really want to make sure that you're getting back to your natural state and your natural self. So with that being said, let's go ahead and discuss the different ways you can actually enhance your intuition. The most exciting thing is how to actually enhance your intuition. Like I said, it's not going to be something simple. So it's going to be more so lifestyle changes and perspective changes. One of the first things that you can do is spend more time inside of nature. Now, why is this? This is because if we are an extension of nature and we're choosing to stray away from nature, then we're also choosing to become less of ourselves. Because at a natural state, we operate in a certain way. The rhythm of our body operates in tune with nature. Nature is also highly balance with yin and yang, masculine and feminine energy, and this world operates off of yin and yang. It operates off of a law of duality. This has to do with the laws, the ma'at, the divine order, divine law and order of this physical plane. This is important to understand because inside of today's society, we are more focused on the masculine attributes of how to build things and capitalize, and consume, but we are not focused on what we can do to sit back and receive, which being receptive is more of a feminine attribute. So when you spend time inside of nature, you are basically coming into equilibrium. You're coming into a point where you are at balance. You are ma'at. This is because now you are experiencing what your body is supposed to feel if it is in balance without distraction, okay? So it is important to spend time inside of nature because this will get you to your natural self. The next way to enhance your intuition is going to be to tap into your sixth and your seventh chakra. This is extremely important. The reason why is because your chakras above the eyes and at the eye level are extremely important because that is where the start of consciousness exists. That's where your source energy that I was talking about, where the intuition lies, where everything stems from. It comes from those energy centers, okay? It comes from that region. Whereas your lower energy centers, and not lower in the sense of low vibrational as in negative, but lower in the sense of just heavier, okay? These lower energy centers operate in a certain way where it's very physical, and it operates in this physical plane, and it is attached to the non-physical and the lightweight energy center, which is going to be your sixth and your seventh energy center, okay? So tapping into your sixth energy center, which is also known as the third eye energy center, is important because this is where intuition stems from. If you took a look at somebody who passes away, and if they're going to pass away slowly, you'll see that they'll start to lose their senses in their legs. They'll start to say, oh, where's my leg? I can't feel it. You'll be like, your leg is right there. Then they'll start to lose senses in their arms, so on and so forth. But what I'm trying to say is the energy goes into the starting point. So as they transition, as humans transition slowly, you'll see the energy slowly go back into the starting point of the third eye chakra and the seventh eye chakra region. And this is extremely important. Now, what else lies inside of the third eye energy center region? This is going to be your pineal gland. It is extremely important to understand your pineal gland. Why? Because your pineal gland is at the same exact position and the same exact location as the starting source of all of consciousness, okay? So this is extremely important. This is also going to enhance your intuition because you're tapping into a higher frequency and a more lightweight frequency. Another thing that's extremely important is your 7th chakra. Tapping into your 7th chakra and understanding how to use it. What does it take to tap into certain energy centers, right? Well, you got to see what is going on in that area of the region where that energy center lies. So if you're focused on your root chakra, you're going to be focused on your T-bone, you're going to be focused on your hip regions, you're going to be focused on all these bodily organs and all these things located in that area. Now you look at your 7th chakra, right? Your 6th chakra has the pineal gland, so that was the important thing. Now your 7th chakra, what happens on your 7th chakra that is so important is the hair that grows on top of your head. Connect with your hair. The reason why is because your hair is extremely intuitive. It is extremely powerful. Your hair is basically like an antenna shooting straight up. It is receiving information. It is connecting with all of the elements inside of this physical plane. And it's also attached to this area, this region, which is of high energy. This is why if you have a dream that your hair grew really long, it has to deal with wisdom. It has to deal with spiritual growth or a spiritual path that is evolving in a positive way. Hair is extremely spiritual. This is why in certain cultures and certain belief systems, they chose not to cut their hair, or they chose to look at hair as something that was extremely important because it is very spiritual. So what can you do in order to tap into your 7th chakra region? Is going to be to make sure, especially if you're black, you guys, if you are a melanated person, okay, make sure that you are definitely not putting anything on your hair that is going to strip your hair from its original state of being, its natural state of being, because it's naturally in yin and yang, it's naturally in ma'at, and it's naturally balanced. So if things go imbalanced inside of your body, you will be able to see it from the texture of your hair. You'll be able to see it from the strength of your hair. But if you're already suppressing your hair with chemicals and all these different things, then you won't be able to intuitively see what's going on inside of your body. It gets very deep. But as melanated people, we have a lot of melanin in us, and this is important. This can be a topic for another video, because at the pineal gland in the 6th chakra region, this pineal gland, it's called a pineal gland because it's in the shape of a pine cone, the pineal gland. There's a little bead in there that's shaped like a pine cone, and that bead has a high amount of melanin in it. Nature has a high amount of melanin in it. Everything operates in melanin. It moves like this, and they renamed that as DNA, but it's really actually melanin. So it is important to understand when you are a highly melanated person, you actually have an advantage with tapping into your intuition, but you do not have an advantage if you are suppressing the things that are going to keep you at your natural healthy state to be able to live the way that you're supposed to live and receive the way that you're supposed to receive. So don't straighten your hair. Try to straighten your hair less. Try to wear your hair natural sometimes. Try not to put any dyes or any of these things on you. If you do it, hey, it's the more power to you, but I'm just telling you what you can do to help your intuition be enhanced, okay? So making that lifestyle change will definitely help, because these 2 chakras are very important. The next thing that you can do to enhance your intuition is going to be, guys, to eat light. Eat light. Like I said, it takes more than just a simple trick. You maybe thought I was just going to get on here and say meditate, but there's a lot more you need to do to be able to even focus while you're meditating. You have to make some lifestyle changes. So eating lighter is definitely going to help you enhance your intuition. Why is this? This is because when it comes to the foods that you eat, it can distract you on a karmic level, on an energetic level, on a level where you have to be in tune with another level of sensing. right, your sixth sense, in order to really understand what I'm saying when I say this. When you eat foods like other mammals and animals, they are very heavy karmically. This doesn't mean that a plant doesn't have karma. It doesn't mean that a plant doesn't have weight. It just means that if you go and eat a dog, it's not that far away from eating a human. If you go and eat a pig, if you go and eat a cow, it's not that far away from eating a human, because they have reincarnated into this lifetime, and they also have a certain type of operations that they're doing inside of their life. They have a certain type of destiny that they're living out, which gives them emotions, which gives them heavy karma that they're holding on to. It gives them a bunch of different senses, a bunch of different weight and duties that they need to do in order to survive. Whereas a plant is very simplistic, it's very lightweight. In order for a plant to survive, all it needs is nature, a little bit of water, a little bit of sun. That's it. They don't even pick up and move and try to create and build. They don't have that much baggage onto them. So karmically, emotionally, emotional karma, physical karma, all of the weight that the plant life carries is not as much as an animal is going to carry. Even your body on a physical level, so not just a spiritual level, but your body on a physical level is going to be able to break down plant life a lot easier than it's going to be able to break down flesh. Okay, it's even healthier for your body, especially if you're highly melanated, which means that you are more in tune with nature, which means that you are the original human beings. Please don't come after me in the comment section, please. This is just what I, come to see as my reality. But it does mean that you are more of an original human being, because you have the highest amount of what is there in the starting point of all of consciousness, okay, which is going to be melanin. So it's important to understand, when you eat lightweight, you will enhance your ability to receive. You will enhance your ability to have more focus, which is going to help you receive. This is going to help you meditate. This is going to help you tap into what you cannot see with the physical eyes, but what you can see with your third eye. It's going to help for you to be lightweight when it comes to understanding what you may not be able to feel with your physical hand, but what you can feel with your, we'll say, third hand, okay? Basically plugging into that chakra region, right? That energy center region, plugging into the source and having a big level of insight, okay? When it comes to picking up energy, when it comes to picking up emotion, energy that you can see and energy that you cannot see, it is important to be lightweight. Because when we transition and we go into astral realm, or if you go past that and you transition into the causal realm, or you go past that and you transition into the home, then you have to be lightweight. There is no weight. The physical plane is the only place that carries a bunch of weight, a bunch of thoughts, an overwhelming amount of just weight. And every other plane, you can fly. You can be lightweight, free of enslavement from the mind here, okay? So you need to tap more into receiving and less into chasing in order to consume. So that brings me on to my next topic when it comes to enhancing your intuition, which is going to be to stop chasing and start receiving, okay? If you guys are looking forward to being able to understand, like asking yourself a question, what does it mean when blah, 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 blah? Am I going to get the job? Am I not going to get the job? All these different things. If you want to tap into your own intuition and ask a question and get an answer so you can verify something, understand that you cannot be able to succeed at that if you are constantly chasing the answer. I get a lot of comments where people are like, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? And I can tell you guys, But the best thing I can also do is tell you how to find out for yourself. And the best way to do that is to simplify your life, simplify what it is that you're projecting out, and instead observe and receive information. Just like a radio satellite receives information, you can also, with your hairs on your head and the hairs on your body, and just with your insight and your sixth sense, you can receive information. And I guarantee you, if you stop chasing, if you don't worry so much about what you have to upload, and instead simplify your life and focus more on what you want to download, and start to filter what you want to download, and make sure that what you're downloading is only of high, lightweight frequency. Because high frequency is more lightweight and low frequency is more heavy. So if you're consuming and downloading a bunch of heavy, horrific, fear-based, things, then you're going to make it harder for you to receive information and to receive downloads and messages from spirit, consciousness, and from your soul, right? All the same thing, really. Learning how to receive is extremely important. Lastly, you guys, I'm going to say the thing that you probably thought I was going to say first, and that is going to be to meditate. The reason why I kept this for last is because it is extremely important to understand that when you're meditating, you are basically detaching yourself away from the physical plane, detaching yourself away from YouTube, detaching yourself away from seeking all these answers and all these things, detaching yourself away from all the attachments and the relationships you have inside of your physical world, and basically reawakening yourself into a new reality by withdrawing your attention inward to your pineal gland. So it may sound pretty easy, but as somebody who is not always in nature, doesn't get that much silence, always chasing money, always seeing what's next on the news, or always just chasing, and actively so deep into the physical, that when you take the time to meditate, all these thoughts are going to pop up. All of these attachments that you have are going to try and pull you out from your meditation, and it's going to make it hard for you to withdraw your attention inwards. So what's going to help you meditate better? Every single thing I listed before I talked about meditation. These lifestyle changes, these changes of perception, of being more receptive, of understanding the balance and the ma'at and the duality within you, of understanding the need to retreat and receive. When you meditate, you can even ask for help, ask for a question, ask for guidance from yourself, but you may not get the answer right away. But it's important to understand that you need to still be patient, tolerant, and receptive, because who knows, maybe you will go outside and the next thing you know, you look on a billboard or you look at a bus that goes by, and the answer that you were looking for is right inside of your physical plane for you. The miracle occurred because it was coming from within, as above, so below. But you seeked it from an internal level in order for it to really come out inside of your physical, right? So yeah, meditating, receiving, being lightweight, being in tune with your nature and your natural environment, your natural state of being. Don't put any toxins on your body. Use regular natural butters and oils. If you can, don't just go vegan, go alkaline vegan, especially if you're a highly melanated individual. That is going to be the best foods for your body structure, your cells, and everything. So all these things are going to help you. And like I said, guys, I may make videos in the future going into these different topics even deeper, but I want to stay on topic with enhancing your intuition, okay? So I had to make it very brief. Leave a comment below if you want to see me make some more videos, if you have any requests, if you have any questions. If you like the video, shout it out inside the comment section. Make sure that you actually like the video. Check out my links inside of the description box if you want a personal reading with me. And of course, subscribe to my channel. You guys, I'll leave some playlists over here for you to check out. And I will see you guys inside of the next video. Bye bye.